Yo, what up guys? Welcome to the fucking video for today. Today what I want to talk about is how I had a fucking threesome from Cold Approach. I'm sure people will say that I'm lying about this, but it is what it is. I was actually thinking of going and getting like the CCTV footage from my fucking apartment, but I'm not even gonna do all that. So how did I have my first threesome from a Cold Approach? Pretty cool stuff. Definitely a life highlight for me so far. Let's get into it. So we're at a bar. I had just gotten blown out pretty hard by this one chick. She was like, I was just like trying to be like, I was trying to break through. She just could not. She just like didn't like me. And we were just getting into like a combative sort of like argument where I was trying to like pass her shit test. It wasn't actually shit test. She was just like hating on me. And I was just getting like pissed. And so I turned to the girl behind me and I went in like pretty aggressive. I'm like, hey, like immediately. And then we started making out in like 10 seconds. I realized her friend was actually hotter. So I tried to get with her friend pretty shortly after I started making out with girl number one. So girl number two is the hotter friend. So I'm trying to like get with her as well because I think she's hotter. She's like more my type. But yeah, eventually those two, girl one and two, there's actually three in this group, but girl one and two, they started like fighting over me, essentially like getting a little bit jealous, a little bit feisty. And at one point I was like holding both of them, like almost making out with girl two, but definitely making out with girl one. Turns out girl two actually had like a boyfriend, so she wouldn't like kiss me in the club. But I was literally just like, I don't even want to get too explicit because it's kind of gross, but anyway, that was the situation. They both liked me a lot. I could tell they were both very attracted to me, and I was attracted to them as well. Girl three was sort of doing her own thing. Eventually, maybe like 10 minutes in, I tried to pull girl number one. Let me turn that off. I tried to pull girl one straight up. I tried to pull her out of the club. I'm like, I'm gonna go get pizza with your friend to the other two. Sort of backfires, not really, just a slight backfire. And then slight pushback from the friends. Also, she didn't even want to get pulled right then, so it was kind of just a bad pull angle. But it is what it is. We continued making out with girl one, dancing, having fun, doing like I think a shot or two, and then I'm still trying to get with girl two because I think she's hot. It's not really going anywhere. Eventually, my friend comes in. He actually pulls girl number three. My wing comes in and pulls girl three pretty quick. She likes him a lot immediately, so she told him she likes Asian guys, apparently. I figured out later. So he pulled her pretty fast. As they were doing logistics and trying to figure out, you know, where she was getting pulled to, when they were gonna meet back up, I actually tried to pull girl two. I'm like, I'm leaving, and I try to pull girl number two out. Big mistake, backfires hard on this pull attempt. Yeah, so big mistake on pulling girl number two here. Backfires hard, the friends get pissed, everyone's pissed at me. I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'm fucked. Like, I'm fucked here. I'm looking at my friend, we're both like making eye contact because they're yelling at me. They like hate me right now. It's kind of like a bad pull, a little bit early, a little bit not the move. For whatever reason, you make some mistakes, you learn from it. But I think it's good to be going forward and trying for stuff rather than waiting around, waiting for things to happen. Because if you're moving forward, you're going to get these objections that will come up, and you can see what's real, what isn't real, and then you can work a lot faster. So if you're moving forward quickly and you're escalating when it looks positive, you're going to see, you know, what objections are real, what barriers are going to come up, what's going to happen, and then you can work with those a lot faster than if you're taking things slowly, being patient. But be careful about this for sure. Anyway, backfired. They're yelling at me. I'm looking at my wing in the eyes. He's like, you're fucked. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm fucked. And then he ends up pulling girl three. They leave. They all hop in the taxi together. So my wing ends up pulling girl number three. We're all outside at this point. It's around 2:30 a.m. It's almost an hour and a half after we got to the bar. So me and so my wing pulls girl 3. They both hop in the taxi, and they're gone. Now I'm standing a little bit further away because they were pissed at me, so I was giving them some space, just kind of see what played out. They're both over by the street by the taxi. My wing and girl 3 are gone in the taxi. Now those two are sitting there, and I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go back over there and see what's up. So I head on over, I check it out. I'm like, hey guys, I know you're just pissed at me, but I'm back. How are you guys doing? And then they seem to be more chill this time. I don't know what it is, but they were more receptive to talking to me now. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm trying to get out of here. Let's go back to my city. And then I like try to get a taxi. I jump in the taxi. They get in the taxi too. I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, I mean, I had thought of a threesome, but I've never actually done it before. So it wasn't really like in my reality, but I just had like a thought of it. So I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. Let's see where this goes, you know? And then as soon as we get in the taxi, they start talking crazy about having a threesome. They're like, you can't handle us. You want to fuck us, don't you? They're like shit testing me. Like, you want to fuck us? Like, I'll fuck you so hard. You're going to come in 2 seconds. You can't handle it. And like, okay, this is absolutely crazy. I'm like freaking out, to be honest. I'm like, there's no way this is happening right now. Like, I don't even know if this is real. But I'm just like passing their shit test, keeping it chill, not being reactive. And yeah, they continue to test me like almost the whole way, just talking mad shit. But yeah, just keep it chill, don't react, pass their shit test, agree, exaggerate, misinterpret. And then at one point I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm done. You guys are shit testing me too much, I don't even care. And then I just like started ignoring them. But yeah, worked out. We got back to the crib, got a bottle of wine, and we pretty much made it happen. They were like so on top of shit. They were like, who do you want to fuck first? And I'm like, I don't even know. And then one of them was just like, me. And then yeah. And then I don't want to talk about all of it, but it was interesting. It was a fun night. Definitely a memorable night that I will not forget. Anyway, that's the story. Hope you enjoyed. That's my first threesome from a cold approach. Pretty amazing stuff. If you'd like help learning cold approach, learning the basics, you need to start at the basics. I would never have gotten to this point if I didn't know the basics and I didn't go through all the bullshit of learning game, learning, the hard part where you first start, if I didn't ever go through that pain. So at some point, you're gonna need to learn how to start approaching, how to start going on dates. And if you need help with that, check out the description. I have some links to my school and then also one-on-one coaching. Thank you for watching.